Welcome, everybody, to the Synapse Philosophy Group. I'm your host, Dr. Haig John, and we're on D.D. Palmer's and B.J. Palmer's 1906 book, The Science of Chiropractic. And if you're on us, you come in today, we have the link in the chat to find the book. I've got this is the second book I bought in chiropractic school. I outlined half of it way back then. I'm really excited to dig back into it. And this is when they're just budding this philosophy, just truly beginning to, Dee had been working on this for years before he delivered that first adjustment to Harvey Lillard. And they were developing our philosophy and understanding of what we truly do. So we're on page 37 of the 1906 book, and I'm going to start. The second line of or the first paragraph. I'm skipping the top line. The jeweler does not fight the wrongdoings of the crippled watch. The up-to-date poultryman does not give battle to the insects that inflict his fowls, but provides them with loose dirt or ashes so they may cleanse themselves of the accumulated filth that is food for the vermin which are those which are there as scavengers. So that's pretty graphic in a way. I've never had chickens, but I can imagine, what they're talking about. The various curves of scoliosis, kyphosis, and lordosis are made by great diversity of abnormally shaped vertebra, which cannot be studied without specimens representing each kind. And to these, those varying in consistency from the softness of cheese in Malaysia to those as hard as ivory in specimens which become ebubrated, whatever that means.
Hibernated.
Then, what is it?
Hibernated.
Eburnated. There you go. I think we need to look that one up. I don't have my phone with me. If anybody feels like looking, eburnated, Eburnated, ubernated. Then we find fractures, exostosis, ankylosis, and curious vertebra. Each of these needs special attention. Exostosis and ankylosis can be removed by continued proper adjustments, while those which have been fractured and more or less destroyed by caries cannot return to their former condition. Now, I have I have quite a number of people with ankylosing spondylitis, DISH, and I have yet to have one. I admit it. Look like a perfect spine again, and then get full range of motion. Some of them we keep them moving when they're really just in a prison in a way of their whole spine ankylosing. They lose more and more motion. For me, what I see Atlas adjustments do some of the most good. MT1, T1, don't forget about that one. Uh, how many adjustments can a chiropractic give in a day of 8 hours? Now he's quoting that. And this is DD responding. That depends largely upon the amount of practice he has had and the number of rooms of his command. I at one time adjusted 12 men in 10 minutes using 3 rooms. At another time, being in a hurry, I adjusted 65 in 1 hour and a half, 1.5 hours. At this rate, it would run over 500 in a day. No wonder that an osteopath, when a student of chiropractic said, for brevity, this beats anything I ever saw. It is not strange that a chiropractor smiles when he awaits 15 minutes to an hour for an osteopath to come out of his operating room, and then he sees him in his shirt sleeves perspiring freely. So, what do you think they were doing in that DO's office for him to work so hard? 15 minutes. You know, I couldn't imagine. I do have friends that have 15, 20-minute long adjustments. It takes a long time. For me, I would literally go bonkers. But to each his own. What do you think this osteopath's doing in that room?
A
Treating
lot of
symptoms.
A lot
Yeah,
of a lot of muscular work, I would assume.
a lot of muscular work. Exactly. So we don't we deal with the bones and the vertebra and the spinal cord. The muscles are controlled by the nerves, is what I always tell people. The chiropractic idea of the cause of disease being in the sufferer is true to all animals, whether in human or lower forms of nerve life. When understood by the veterinarians, the barbarous, cruel treatment administered to dumb animals will be replaced by hand adjusting, for one method are no more necessary for the horse than the human being. When poultry raisers learn how easy it is to fix the displaced vertebra in a fowl that pinches nerves, causing disease, and they will cease going to the drug store for a remedy to treat the effects, trying first this, then that, but instead they will find the cause of the fowl's trouble, adjust it, and prevent its occurrence in the future. Now, he's talking a lot about chickens, and where we live, it seems like everybody's getting back to having the chicken except me. Everyone's got chickens in their yard. Um, but you know, I adjust my animals. I love seeing this. And, he's starting to talk about animal adjusting. Jake America is a very good friend of mine. And, he is an animal adjuster. He just started off at Sherman, which is pretty exciting new road for him. I'm happy about it. Opium administered by the physician has been the means of deathbed. Now, I got to tell everybody. Oh, here's somebody. Oh, I forgot about them. Uh, I have lost my glasses, so I am squinting to see this. Forgive me, I'm making mistakes, okay? Chiropractic science is not the practice of medicine. The two are diametrically opposite. They are, did we get everybody in? Yes. They
You skipped,
are
you skipped a
antipodal.
paragraph.
Did I skip the paragraph? Opium administered, yes, by the physician has been the means of deathbed uh, recantations and has assisted the
Treacherous.
treacherous hand of the will distorter. And okay, the changes made in deeds, wills, and important papers by sick people are often due to mental weakness brought on by drugs. The victims become maudlin, artificially sentimental, their minds easily moved. Courts should set aside all wills and codicils drawn by such subjects. Upon proof that the maker or remodeler of important papers have been drugged by stearine or morphine, whether by mouth or hypodermic injection, such papers should be ignored. In sound mind or body. Who is this on iPhone 7? Who do we have? Is that Carol and Bob? The chiropractic science is not the practice of medicine. The two are diametrically opposite. They are antipodal. That of giving medicine is the ancient date. Chiropractic has been discovered and developed by D.D. Palmer within the last 7 years. No medical schools have ever taught the principles of chiropractic. In fact, they do not believe in chiropractic adjustments. Medical men look to the blood and germs as cause of disease. Chiropractors to nerves being impinged between osseous tissue. Chiropractic has met serious opposition from the medical men who have old time ideas. Hi, Raven. I'm just listening from Facebook. I'm a DC in Massachusetts and went to life. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you here. We're on page 39 of D.D. and B.J. Palmer's 1906, The Science of Chiropractic. Okay. We're going to read one more page for now, and then we're going to discuss this. Chiropractic. They will hear from us publicly through our monthly journal. Now, this is a poem, and I don't know, but I think this is probably by William. Oh, I do know. William S. Shutleff. Be brave, be grand in purpose, brave in act, as you and are as you and trust decide it, swift in defense, slow in attack. Then what the issue bide it. If if opposition bar your track, don't turn, but other override it. Stand close to all, but lean on none. And if the crowd desert you, stand just as fearlessly alone, as if a throng bear you. Begirt, I don't know what begirt is. We should look that one up too. And learn what long the wise have known. Self fight alone can hurt you. Okay, now there's quite a bit. I'm just sort of picking up there. We have people ask all the time, did DD and BJ ever talk about self-help stuff and success principles? Self-fight alone can hurt you, okay? The stinking thinking, the stuff between our ears, thoughts, toxins, and traumas. That's thoughts very often have to do with traumas as well. Then he's talking about being swift in defense and slow in attack. You know, we have to think before we leap. We have very few people in this profession right now that adhere to that. People are ready to fight and throw down right now, which is pretty interesting in the profession. Then what the issue? Buy it, bite it. So, you know, take your time. What's the issue? The more you slow down, you realize maybe there is less of an issue. Stand close to all, but lean on none. We have to be self-sufficient in everything that we do. And if the crowd desert you, hell with them. Stand alone. Be fearless. I love that, right? We're watching something about Tiananmen Square. Imagine the guts it took for that man to step out in front of that tank in, communist China. Absolutely amazing. And if throng begirt you, and learn what long the wise have known. Self-fight alone can hurt you. All right, this is the next sentence. Any comments or anybody want to expound upon this? All right, I'm moving forward. Chiropractic is founded on entirely different principles and taught quite differently. Every step is made comprehensively. There is a vast difference between treating effects and adjusting cause. The former we have been accustomed to. The latter was discovered 11 years ago and has been developed into a science. Now, we've had Joe Foley on here quite a bit, just wrote the book about this book, and they were being pressured. There was no science book on chiropractic, and the people that he had taught had gone out and started writing science books about chiropractic, and they were all wrong. They didn't fit DD's model. He said absolutely not. So they put this out, and or BJ put it out, and the story was that he published this without the consent of DD, and he said it wasn't ready yet. We're kind of finding out that was a little contrived, actually, and they were doing that a little bit to sell books, maybe to get some controversy going, and maybe to sell a few books. BJ was a showman. I think he was excellent at it. It cannot be fully learned in a few days or weeks, no more than the methods of other schools. A knowledge in the branches of other schools does not assist in learning chiropractic. 9 months is a short enough time to learn all there is of chiropractic, to learn to be learned at the Palmer School of Chiropractic when it was 9 months, 1906. A letter from one of our correspondents contained antipodal statements. It is not just as natural for me to handle distances as to breathe. I tell you, I have 6 misplaced vertebrae. Maybe I don't suffer a little. Can't get out of my chair today. So that's all in quotes just now. Why not learn to handle vertebra instead of disease? Objects are displaced when moved out of the place they have occupied. They are misplaced when put into place when they should not be. One may know where to find. Hold on one second. where to find this is where I to find when he has misplaced what he has misplaced. What he has mislaid, he cannot locate. Vertebra are displaced, not misplaced. That's pretty interesting. There are 310 mechanical movements known to workmen. All are modifications of those found in the human body. In this machine, all the bars, levers, joints, pulleys, pumps, pipes, wheels and axles, balls and sockets, beams, grinders, trusses, buffers, archers, columns, cables, and supports known to science, man's best mechanical work are not adaptations of processes found in the human body, of a revelation of the first principles used in natural philosophy. Why not learn something of the use and the disuse of these mechanical movements? Why not use the good judgment in adjusting this piece of machinery as we do the inanimates? If you cannot use pulleys, then learn to use levers and bars. And the levers and bars are what he's talking about are the spinuses and the transverse processes as levers to adjust the vertebra. You don't need mechanisms. It must have been what the osteopaths were doing. And as he develops in his philosophy, he doesn't like using mechanical terms to describe the body. And he said, you're so much more amazing. This body is so much more amazing, and we should treat it as such in our communication. We have neither a process of treating disease nor a method of treatment. Instead of treating, we don't like that word in chiropractic, the disease, we adjust that which produces it. In place of a method of treatment, we bring the abnormal parts to a true relative position. We say adjust now, right? A lot more often. The first chiropractic lesson given S.M. Langworthy may help to explain to others the difference between adjusting and treating. I had a case containing pathological specimens, the doors of which did not close properly, so I asked SML to assist me. When shown the trouble, he at once said, shave off the sides of the doors so they will close. I replied, that's allopathy. We will use chiropractic. So we leveled the case, adjusted it, and then the doors were okay. That's pretty funny. I like that. Charts of the nervous system may be bought at the medical men and osteopaths, but they are no more chiropractic than in their literature. So would the misleading to students of chiropractic. Remember, all the charts and books of the therapeutical schools are built on the method of treating ailments. To imbibe erroneous ideas would be to get into the ruts. For this reason, a mechanic can learn chiropractic principles and adjusting in less time and gratitude from. All right, this next one is a picture of the office showing electroplate and half tone cabinets of the PSC, whatever those are. Let me get to this last one, and this is going to be our final paragraph for now. A therapeutical school. We would prefer to clean pieces of paper to place impressions on. Chiropractors are daily demonstrating upon living subjects that there are nerves that have not been noted by the anatomists. Many have their origins in the brain, which they suppose were in the spinal cord. So they're saying there's a lot of mistakes in the medical man's books. And Didi was one of the most learned men of human physiology of the time by far. Would you agree?
You're going to find that as we get farther in this book, because
Absolutely.
he quotes a lot of the old journals and the writings.
Even in the 1910 book, he was quoting something from the 1600s. He was getting his hands on everything. When we walk into libraries now, I mean, we have such a vast library, places of where we can get books in 1895 and prior and after. It was very difficult. There wasn't much out there, so he was a very learned man. I want to open for questions. Right now, I don't have my glasses anymore. They don't have an appointment for me for 2 more weeks, and I can see pretty well. I'm making my eyes stronger. But does anybody have any insights or anything they'd like to ask a question on? Well, I think that concludes it all. Alan, thank you for joining us, Jessica. And I still don't know who iPhone 7 is, but I'm so glad you're joining me. And we post these on, we have our playlists on Dr. Haig John, my channel on YouTube. And each playlist is one of the books, Green Books, Dee Dee's books. And in our Spotify Synapse Philosophy podcast on Spotify and Apple, what we're going back to do is posting each season is actually going to be a book. It's taking a little time to organize that right now, but we have a ton of stuff on there right now. I'm sorry, I'm Diane Capone. Okay, DC, just stumbled on this, and you for sharing philosophy. You're very welcome. I'm so happy you can join us. Well, we meet every Tuesday night, and we will be picking up right on this page, page 41 in the 1906 book. And so, what you can do in this link where you see the meeting chat, there's a link to the archive, and you can download this book if you don't want to buy it. I say go buy it. Okay. Bless you all. You have a spectacular night, and thanks for joining me. And I'll see you next week. Okay. Oh, we have a new one. Okay, you're welcome. Very welcome. All right. Good night, everybody.
Or not.